Billionaire tech mogul Adrian Cole had built skyscrapers, founded empires, and signed deals that made global headlines, but nothing in his extraordinary life had ever broken him the way the doctor's words did that cold afternoon. "Mr. Cole, your daughter Lily has approximately 2 months left. Her condition is deteriorating faster than we can understand." Everything inside Adrian collapsed. His hands, always steady during billion-dollar negotiations, trembled like dry leaves. His heart, usually armored behind logic and ambition, cracked under a pain he didn't know how to contain. 7-year-old Lily, sitting quietly on the hospital bed, hugged a small stuffed rabbit, her favorite toy, unaware of the countdown that had just been placed over her life. The drive back to the mansion was silent. Adrian stared at his daughter through the rearview mirror, watching her tired eyes gaze out of the window as if the world outside were fading. The Cole mansion, usually filled with lights, movement, and the hum of a busy household, felt like a cathedral of grief. The staff spoke in whispers. The house smelled of disinfectant and medicine. Every corner seemed to echo with memories of Lily playing, laughing, running. Now all that remained was weakness, quiet coughs, and Adrian's desperate attempts to buy more time. Specialists from around the world flew in. Adrian spared no expense: experimental treatments, rare medicines, private research teams. But no matter how much money he threw at the problem, Lily only grew paler, weaker, and more fragile. The illness was mysterious, untraceable, inexplicable. Words Adrian hated. He didn't want explanations. He wanted his daughter back. Then, unexpectedly, came Mara. She arrived with a calm voice, a neatly tied ponytail, and a resume polished with glowing recommendations. At first glance, she seemed like any ordinary nanny, gentle, soft-spoken, the kind of woman children instantly trusted. But something about her eyes, sharp, observant, quietly determined, told Adrian she was more than she appeared. The moment she met Lily, a strange change swept through the room. Lily, who had avoided speaking to her previous nannies, lifted her head and whispered, "Hi. I'm Lily." She even smiled, a small, tired smile, but one Adrian hadn't seen in weeks. Mara kneeled beside her, gently held her hand, and began speaking to her as if they'd known each other forever. Adrian watched, confused yet hopeful. Within the first 24 hours, Mara began studying Lily far more intensely than any nanny should. She asked detailed questions about Lily's symptoms, her eating habits, her sleep cycle, the medications she took, the toys she used, even the scent of her pillows. She checked the kitchen, the laundry area, the water filtration system. She examined Lily's personal belongings with an attention that made Adrian uneasy. This wasn't normal, but Lily adored her. She listened to Mara's stories, let her braid her hair, and even laughed, a tiny sound, but enough to make Adrian's eyes sting. Day after day, Mara made notes in a small leather journal. She watched Lily's reactions carefully, measured her responses to food and drinks, and checked her pulse with a familiarity that seemed far beyond a nanny's training. Adrian confronted her gently one evening. "Mara, you're very thorough." She simply replied, "I take my job seriously, sir." But there was something she wasn't saying. 3 days after her arrival, at exactly 2:17 a.m., Mara knocked on Adrian's study door. He had been staring at Lily's medical reports for hours, unable to sleep. His eyes were red, his voice weak. "Mara. What is it?" She stepped inside, her face pale, her hands gripping her journal tightly. "Mr. Cole," she said quietly, "I need you to listen to me, and please don't panic." Adrian's heart froze. Mara took a deep breath. Lily's not dying from a natural illness. Someone is poisoning her. The words hit Adrian like a lightning strike. His breath caught, his body stiffened, and for a moment, he wondered if he had misheard. "What did you say?" he whispered. Mara opened her journal, showing him notes, diagrams, and comparisons. "I've seen these symptoms before," she explained. "The fatigue, the skin paleness, the neurological weakness, the organ stress, it all matches chronic exposure to a rare toxin." She pulled out a small plastic bag containing a piece of Lily's bedsheet. "I found faint traces of it here," she whispered. "And in her water bottle." Adrian felt sick. Who would do this? Who would hurt my daughter? Mara hesitated. Someone who has access to her personal items. Someone inside this house. Adrian's world spiraled. He thought of the staff, cooks, maids, cleaners, tutors. Suddenly, every familiar face felt dangerous, suspicious, deadly. He fired half the household within hours. Security cameras were installed in every corner. Locks were changed. Lily was moved into a secure wing near his bedroom, always under supervision, but Mara wasn't done. She continued digging, investigating quietly, studying everything Lily touched. She watched staff members silently, observed their routines, and began tracing patterns. Adrian followed her suggestions without question, even though a part of him wondered who Mara really was. How did she know so much about toxins? Why did she recognize Lily's symptoms instantly? What kind of nanny had this kind of knowledge? Still, Mara remained focused on one thing, saving Lily. One evening, after hours of reviewing security footage, Mara approached Adrian with a grim look on her face. "Mr. Cole," she whispered, "I think I've found who's responsible." Adrian's blood turned cold. He wasn't ready for the name she was about to say. He wasn't ready for the betrayal that would tear his world apart, but Mara, with steady hands and a determined voice, prepared to expose the truth that would change everything, because the unthinkable was only just beginning.